everybody doing out there? You thought we were gone for the summer, but tonight is our midsummer night dream. You're dreaming. Yes. We're going to talk about stuff that's going on this summer. Everything from the All-Star game in the first half of MLB to the NBA draft, the ESPN ESPYs, where the Knicks have won all these awards
Sweep.
and all what's it? Well, we had the best play of the year, the best player of the year, Jalen Brunson, the tip in from OG, best play of the year, the best team of the year, all that stuff from the ESPYs, and then all the other bullcrap that's going on. Just to give you an idea of we are still around. So welcome to OTC. Tonight, it's me and Moses. Bare bones. Moses, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm fighting through the Canadian fog. The
Ah,
wildfires are impacting everybody in central and northern New York.
yes, and it is. They say it could get down as far south as the Carolinas.
There's a
Wh-
bunch of them. I mean, you look at a fire
Crazy.
map, it's crazy.
It
Absolutely
is
crazy.
crazy. And I'm driving tomorrow right into it. I'm going up 81, right up through
Oh, you're going to see the orange
Virginia,
sun.
Maryland, West Virginia, all the way to New York for tomorrow because it's our protection. Firehouse's 150th anniversary. 1876 was when that our firehouse started, and it's 150 years. So
That's great.
a
Salute.
shout out to Protection
Congratulations.
44, baby.
All right.
So
I like
anyway,
that.
so what we got a few things we'd like to talk about and kind of let you guys know we're still here. We're gonna give you a little midsummer deal, a little kind of express show, talk about a few things that we're talking about. Like let's start off with Major League Baseball. First half, we have the Mets that are going right straight down the toilet. Me and Mo were just talking about how I think it should just blow up. I
No
mean, you
doubt.
got enough young players to kind of, keep it going. And as far as bringing up it looks like the farm system actually is the one only positive thing about the Mets that I can see so far. The farm system looks pretty good. Get rid of your higher paid, get rid of Lindor. I would even trade Soto. I was telling Mo that.
Yeah, that'd
Why
be
keep him?
interesting.
Yeah, why? I mean, it's going to take 3 or 4 years minimum to get going, and by that time, he's going to opt out anyway. So, what's the sense of paying him all that money, and for what? You know what I mean? You can recoup what you lost, get some more young players, sell him to another team that is on the cusp. I would Lindor. I don't know what you can get for him, but some team will give you something, and you'll get something back. You know what I mean? And do that. Like Francesa was talking about how they should try to get. I don't know if he was talking about the Mets or the Yankees, but I think he was talking about the Mets getting Mike Trout. Mo, I would not do that. I would
He's
not.
all- he's another guy that gets injured all the time. That
He's
was
another guy gets injured and another high price. You don't need another high priced,
no.
guy in his end of his career.
Well, that's
I
their
mean,
problem.
yeah, I mean
Not needed.
the Yanks do that, and it doesn't work out. I mean, Stanton is starting to just really kind of, come on, man, you can't get on the field and DH.
It's
I mean,
dope.
it's crazy. It's crazy. And without Judge, the Yankees record is like shit. Thank God they won four in a row
They got
before the
little buzz
break.
going, yeah.
Yeah, I
The
mean, they're
Red
going to do
Sox.
something, but then next year, Mo, no baseball, lockout.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
if you're on YouTube a lot, you'll see advertisements about the salary cap. There's quite a push to there's no salary cap, so that's putting that more pressure on the owners. And I think you're right. I think it's going to be no baseball.
Yeah, it's going to be no baseball.
So will these
It, at
trades
at
be
best.
considering that? They
Yeah.
could, do they have to do a thing for? There's no next year, so do they wait? And let it simmer? It's going to
Yeah.
be
I
very
mean,
interesting. And
I think that next year will be a no baseball year. And then who knows what they're going to come up with. I think that the Soto thing, well, it wasn't really the Judge contract. It was the Soto contract that pushed it over the edge. I mean, Otani, with the money that they push towards to wherever 200 2050 he's going to get paid, but that's a whole nother deal. But it just it's very hard to, but but what drives me nuts is if they're paying Otani this kind of money, Judge this kind of money, Soto this kind of money, think of the money the owners are making and they're crying the blues. And here's another thing, just to change the tickets for this fucking soccer FIFA World Cup
Oh,
for upper deck are like $16,000, something fucking crazy. I mean, I don't know. That's what I thought I heard. I would like to see when it happens what the tickets go for, but it is
unreal.
fucking ridiculous. And there's suckers. There's 70 to 80,000
Oh
suckers
yeah,
that are
the
going to pay
stadiums are
it.
packed.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. These are third world countries, and they're paying that kind of money. I don't know. Whatever.
Someone is. I don't know if it's the actual
Somebody is.
fans.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. And listen, we're a bunch of suckers. We watch professional sports. We have our cable and our internet packages and our MLB packages and NBA pack and all that shit because we're suckers. Let's face it. And the thing is, if these fucking owners and fucking players can't fucking figure it out and not fuck over the fans who just want to watch a fucking baseball game, I'm getting this off my chest right now because it's
Yeah.
driving me fucking
Amen,
nuts.
brother.
They can't, they got to squabble over hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. It's bullshit. It's
Well, this
fucking bullshit.
I
I
was with
mean, I'm
my buddy Gus, who is a lifelong Yankee fan. You know, he's a little older than I am, and he's living because he goes, I screw it. He goes, yes, he used to watch on Yes, but he's got YouTube TV. They don't carry Yes Network because I don't watch the Yankees anymore. And guess what? I'm kind of enjoying not having to worry about the bullshit.
you
And
know
so all
what?
that money with these different services showing games and not, and then one TV network doesn't want to show this one,
Yeah,
you're losing your fans. What else are
totally.
you gonna do?
And I always said what they should do. The fans should boycott everything for one day. I'm talking not watch a game, not go to a game, not even fucking read a fucking newspaper or internet about sports for one fucking day. Just one day.
That would be
And
impactful.
just to send a message to these fucking owners and to these, to these MLBs and NFLs and NBAs, but never gonna happen.
Well, MLB baseball is the last professional sport that I really am passionate about. I mean, the Mets are not
Yeah.
helping the cause, but if they have a walkout year or they don't have a season next year, they'll lose me. I'll just
Yeah, you know what?
go on to
They're
something
gonna. Well,
else.
what happened? What was it? 90 when the McGuire thing came when they came back. Was it 96 or 94, 95, whatever it was when they had that lockout, and then the steroid era started because they were like, yeah, man, get these guys jacked up, hitting home runs, 70
Yeah.
home, and that's how they got it back, which is bullshit. So they'll figure something out. It just sucks all the way around, and and I get it. Not the Pirates can they compete? But look at the fucking Rays, the
And the White
Tampa
Sox.
Rays. They're fucking they it's possible in 2026 with their team and their payroll can win a World Series.
Yeah.
It's quite possible. Now, what the fuck? Why can't other teams do that? Now, Colorado and
Well, the
Pittsburgh.
White
Pittsburgh's not
Sox
horrible,
are
but
competitive.
look at the Red Sox. They're back in the picture as
Yeah,
far as,
it can
you know,
happen.
wild card. I
Well,
mean, I don't know. It drives me fucking nuts, and I don't know what's gonna happen. Baseball is not in a good place right now.
I
It
love the
really
game,
isn't.
but it's in trouble. I mean, with all these pitchers, these young pitchers, they send them to their pitching, seminars, their factories and labs, and these guys all want to throw over 100 miles an hour, and they blow themselves out. So I mean, you have
Yeah, they
guys
blow.
not
Yeah,
pitching more than 3 innings.
yeah,
A complete game is unheard of.
yeah.
Think back at the old guys we watched, Seaver and Bob Gibson. Their
Oh,
complete game stats are blow away the modern day
yeah.
starting pitcher.
Look at Nolan Ryan's stats. How many fucking innings and games he pitched and completed? It's fucking off the charts. And you're never going to see a 300 winning pitcher
Mm,
ever again
never
because
again.
these guys go 5 innings and they're done. I
Well, we
mean, it's
are
kind of
suckers, so I
ridiculous.
love the baseball. I really want to watch a competitive game, you know.
Yeah.
It-
And look what happened in the All-Star game. That All-Star game fucking sucked.
I missed it.
Why?
I was here.
Oh,
I was
you
out on the
missed
lake.
nothing. I wish I missed it.
Three
I
hits for the
fucking
National
wish I
League.
missed it.
3 hits. That's
Sucks.
all they had.
3 hits.
Oh,
I
boring.
mean, granted, Bellinger and the first inning, top of the first, Bellinger, I think it was bases loaded. Bellinger gets a base hit, gets 2 RBIs, and then Rice gets a base hit. It's 3-0. Game over. Everything else was fucking strike. 27 of the 54 outs were strikeouts,
Oh my
which is
God.
which is
Ugly.
absolutely horrendous. Now, the only good thing is they had a lot of young kids, as first time All Stars, and good for them. But it really, that game sucked.
How
I
did
remember in 1971 or 73 or whenever it was, Pete Rose fucking coming around third in an All-Star game and wipes out Ray Fosse.
yeah.
I see it every time in my head because I just was like, what the fuck? That's the way the All-Star games were back then. Now, granted, they don't have to be crazy. Pete Rose was, that was Pete
Little
Rose,
over the
but
top, but he was
yeah, a little
competitive.
over
He
the
wanted
top.
to win.
But these games, nobody, they want to make the All-Star team, but they don't want to play. All the pitchers. And then when the pitchers are pitching, fucking hitters can't hit worth a shit. So what are we doing? The best part about the All-Star game was a home run derby, and that's it, which was kind of cool. I
Was it
wish I would
fun?
have missed like you did, Mo. I wish I would have done something else that night instead of watch that stupid ass game. I fell asleep at the end, which thank God, but it was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Horrible.
I have watched the World Cup
Oh,
from here,
yeah.
but I missed all that baseball. I mean, the Mets have
Yeah.
sort of pushed me away for a while, but I'm gonna give them another chance the second half, mainly just to see the young guys perform,
Exactly.
and hope
Exactly.
they
You
do
want to,
well.
I mean, when you're in a team that's out of it, you want to see these kids. And then listen, the Mets, I was just like we were talking before. The Mets, the only glimmer of light and hope is that they have a nice young group of kids coming up from the farm system, and the farm system seems like it's pretty good.
Their
That's
farms,
why you get rid of Soto, Lindor, get rid of these guys, get rid of them. You are going nowhere, and you're paying these guys a fucking fortune for what? To come in last place?
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Now
I
the
mean, look
Yankees,
at
who are they gonna have come back? I mean, they have a lot of guys out injury
yeah.
wise.
Well, we're waiting on Freed. We're waiting on obviously Stanton for his whole fucking
Yeah,
career,
yeah,
and obviously Judge, and what's Rodon?
yeah.
He's
I thought,
out now. If their pitching comes back healthy, okay. If Judge comes back healthy, okay. I'm not even worried about Stan. If he comes back, fine. If he don't, but if all those other things happen, all right, we got a chance. The Rays are the only team that really could stand in the Yankees' way
yeah,
in the American League. Really, when you think about it, National League, they could let them fight it out. Let somebody knock off the Dodgers. Let
yeah,
the
for
Phillies
sure.
knock off the Dodgers. Let Milwaukee knock off the Dodgers.
I'd root for
Who
that
cares?
every
Let them
time.
kill each other. That's
Yep.
just like the Knicks in the Eastern Conference with the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Let them fucking kill each other. It's great. So I mean, listen, I'm not banking on the Yanks winning the World. You can't. It just don't see it. But you got to hope it happens. I mean, look what the Knicks did. I halfway through the season, I thought the Knicks were fucking, going nowhere.
Yeah, you did.
So you
Yeah,
never
exactly.
know.
We could go
Yeah,
to the archives and prove it.
yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Go into our old OTPs. I wanted to get rid of everybody. Trade the whole fucking team. Get
Did you
rid of
read
Brown.
the
Get rid of everybody.
Did you read the New York Post this morning about, the NBA upcoming season, and they still think the Knicks are going to be one of the top teams, you
Yeah,
know?
why not? They have their core back. They all right. So they lost Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, let's talk. Well, let's talk about now that you're talking about NBA. Let's go. I think that the Knicks obviously losing Mitchell Robinson doesn't it hurts, but if you're going to lose somebody and it's a significant person, it's got to be him. They sign everybody else. Everybody
Yeah.
else is coming back, and they got a couple of kids in the draft. Believe it or not, by trading away their first round picks, the kid from Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
And
he
two
looks
kids from
good.
Vanderbilt. That big kid from Vanderbilt too. What's his name? I forgot his name now. He's 7-footer, big white
Yeah,
kid.
there was an article about him not too long
Yep,
ago, so he's
yep. And
good.
then the other kid from who's a good shooter. Nichols, double Nichols. He wears number 5. That's how you can remember his name. And then the other kid, Khalil, he's German. I guess he's from Germany or wherever the hell he's from, but
Yeah,
he looks pretty good. But and these are kids. These are kids.
yeah, they got
So
young legs. I mean, that's the
yeah,
thing. They're
young
coming in
legs.
with fresh guys.
Yep. And let's see what these other guys that been sitting on the bench and haven't played much. Let's see them come up. Like Dadier and the other kid. I can't say these freaking guys' names. Ooga
It's an
Boogly,
international
Oogly
game.
Boogio. Yeah. But anyway, let them come up and let them start showing something. Listen, they can contribute, and I think that the NBA is now. It's so funny because everybody was looking at the NBA, looking at the Knicks and saying, the Knicks can't win with this fucking lineup with Brunson. He's too small. Everybody was saying that. Every fucking buddy was saying it, right? Now, everybody's going, geez, we got to do what the Knicks did. Look what the
Yeah,
Knicks did. You know what I
that's
mean?
where
They're
we're going.
literally doing that. The big three deal is gone. The big three out. You can't have 3 fucking ego fucking
Yeah.
maniacs
Yeah.
making a
Well,
shitload of
that
money.
drove
Can't
that
do it.
theory drove people away like me. I'm beginning to be interested again because of the Knicks,
Right.
because of what you guys talked about, being involved with the show. I'm all right. This is interesting. I love basketball, and Syracuse basketball was kind of on a down cycle. Maybe Mac will bring them back, but
Yeah.
I'm now interested in paying attention, reading about the Knicks, paying attention to the draft, and all ears when you guys talk about that because I think I want to start watching them again. So you're
Yeah.
going to
And I
gain people
Yeah, and I
with
think
that
I'm
system.
really and I'm enjoying, believe it or not, that Leon Rose, what he's doing in the front office. My God, I'm shocked to say that because the Knicks have fucked up for 50 fucking years about how their front office fucked up. But I mean, what they did in the draft was pretty
Yeah.
freaking smart.
Well, like
I
our
mean,
friend,
listen, we don't know 100% how it's all going to turn out, but they got 2 kids, 3 kids possibly that could be contributors down the road, and it's like they were not even in the picture as far as their draft capital or draft because they gave away all those picks and their Bridges picks and all that
yeah,
bullshit. Meanwhile, they are look, and then the free agent signings. I mean, Drummond, the guy's he's. By the way, I did not know Drummond is from Mount Vernon, New York. I
it
did not
is
know that.
local.
He's from
Well,
Mount Vernon.
our friend, the Fred, before he came on the show, he was talking to me. He was a big supporter of all the moves they made. He said,
Absolutely, they were all good moves.
yeah,
I mean, like I said, Mitchell Robinson, you can't sign him because of the whatever they call it, the apron bullshit. Okay, fine. So, and I'll tell you right now, I'm telling you right, I don't want to wish it on him or anything like that. But the Celtics, the first time he's out for a month for
hmm,
whatever kind of fucking pinky fucking injury, I'm fucking Celtic fans are gonna go fucking bonkers and good because that's the one negative thing about. Well, he's got a lot of negative things. I mean, he's got a lot of positive things. He's got a handful of negative things. Can't fucking put the ball in the fucking ocean. Can't shoot a fucking free throw. He gets hurt all the fucking time. Dumb as a rock and all that. But he can block shots and get fucking rebounds
which is
like nobody's
valuable at
business.
times.
Yeah.
Not
And he's
always.
got to be on the court. And here's the other thing. He only going to give you about 15, 20 minutes a game. Maybe.
Plus,
That's the
when
max.
you get these young kids out of college, they'll give them more
Yep.
minutes. They
That's
may
what I
make a
mean. You're not going
mistake
to
here and there, but they're going to be fresh and at the end of the season, hopefully they got their legs and they'll keep it going.
Yeah, you need young legs, you need young kids, you need guys who run up and down the court like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And they can give you 35 minutes if you need to.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, not that you need them to give you 35 minutes, but
season's
they
long.
can give you a lot more than 20 minutes or just 10 minutes that they can. And that's the whole thing is I think that is another thing that the Knicks have shown the NBA. You got to have a good bench. You have got look at what they did. They re-signed Alvarado. They re-signed Shamet. I mean, it's important to have that bench. That bench is huge because when you have 82 games, okay, and you're going through these stretches, you got to keep your starters in health wise, and you can't burn them out. And that's looking back now. What are we saying about Tibbs?
Yeah.
Okay, he only went 8 deep. What did Mike Brown do? He would go 10, 12 deep
Yeah, I
sometimes.
like
He'd
that.
get
I mean,
guys off the bench. Like where? Who the fuck's this guy? But
what turned me
whatever.
off on the NBA was, the superstar three, like you said, the three guys on court and no one else contributed. And then people just watched him go back and forth, the three guys on each team that were the superstars. The Knicks,
Right.
you're right. I was impressed in the playoffs, the rotation they had, and everybody contributed. And they were just going at it all game long with 10 deep, which is great.
Yep. Well,
Interesting.
here, I was comparing the Knicks, this 2026 team, to the '98 Yankees. What was the '98 Yankees? I don't think one of the players even made the All Stars on the '98 Yankees. They had Hall
That's
of
pretty
Famers on it.
amazing.
But that year, okay, they had guys like Bernie Williams, Tino Martinez, obviously Jeter and Rivera and all those guys. But they were arguably the best Yankee team of all time. And they were a team who was, you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
all contributed. Even the bench players. Mariano Duncan, I think, was on that team. I mean, guys like that. It was crazy. And that's what I was saying is like you have okay, two guys are going to have a bad night, three guys are going to have a good night. Which two and three guys? Who knows?
Yeah,
One
that's
night
a
it's Cat,
value.
one night it's Brunson, one night it's Bridges, one night it's OG. It is what it is, and that's the thing. And then you have guys that are doing the dirty work. All right, and that's what you need. And guys
Grinding.
coming off the bench and giving you minutes, and that's
What makes it
Hart would get 10 rebounds and 10 assists and score 5 points. Beautiful. You know what I mean? And he'd be, it's a couple steals, but all the loose balls, which they don't keep track of, and all the other things, and all the defensive shit that they don't keep track of. That
well
shit that
in
that that
professional
wins games.
sports. You need a good a general manager and a good coach. A general manager getting those grinders, those bench
Absolutely.
players, and a coach knows how to use them. And as we can see, year to year, that doesn't always work out. General managers like
Nope.
Stearns screws up and gets aging
Perfect example.
superstars.
Yep.
And now, Mendoza, he may not have been the problem. He just had anything to put
Well, yeah,
together.
Mendoza. No, he just. I mean, he had to take the
Or
hit,
any
which is
professional sport, you go right down the line,
yeah,
even in football, in NFL
yeah.
football, even though it's a larger number of bodies, you still need those guys that can cover and fill in when you need that linebacker's out or the quarterback's out. You got a
Uh,
guy right there that can do the job.
I'll tell you, Leon Rose to me is. I mean, shit. Right now, he looks like one of the best
But you're
GMs in
right. The
basketball.
best
Now,
compliment is all the other teams copying that system.
right now, all that's what's going on now. And the thing is, and I remember when he first started, and you didn't hear boo from him. He didn't go on the radio or TV, and everybody's pissed. What is with this guy? Don't come on. Fuck it. Don't leave him alone. Leave the motherfucking guy alone. Let him do his fucking job.
And they
Holy
did.
shit. Now, that's it. Leave him alone.
And
Leave
Dolan learned that
him
too. I mean,
alone.
Dolan learned as an owner, let him
Yep.
be.
Dolan, let him do his job. That's it. Dolan, he's another one. What do we say about Dolan all through all these years? The worst owner in
Yeah, yeah.
history
Oh,
of
yeah. You
professional
did a
sports.
boatload of complaining about him.
Yeah. So I mean,
He
it's a
learned,
lot of stuff. It's not easy 1, 2, 3. Like you don't just do A, B, C, D, and you're world champion. There's no question about it. It seems like that because you look at teams like the Dodgers, and you look at teams maybe like the Warriors. That run, and look how easy they won 3 or 4 in a row, 3 or 4, whatever. You know what I mean? You have to put it all together. Now, obviously, you're going to have this year, you're going to have Giannis down in Miami with Spoelstra. Spoelstra's arguably, the best coach in basketball. Now, what the hell is that going to happen? You're going to have Jalen Brown at the Sixers. What
Mm,
the hell's that going to look like? You know what I mean? It's a couple, but you know what? Who cares? Fuck it. I
yeah,
mean, the
focus
Knicks
on your
can't
own.
worry about the other teams. They got to worry about themselves. They got to worry about their team, and they got to say to themselves, "We got to be better this year if we want to repeat." Which is, I'm sure they want to. We got to be better than we were this year than last
Oh,
year,
for sure. Now,
and that's the
transition
difference.
into NFL, the Giants, they made some moves. What do you
Yeah.
think? And the Jets, your Jets.
Way too early for the Jets, boy. Ooh,
You
baby.
never know.
You know, Harbaugh is he's seasoned. He's a Super Bowl winning
Yeah.
head coach, and I guess he's the one calling. Listen, if they bring Harbaugh in, and I'm just this is all not hypothetical, but how they got him to the Giants. I guarantee they went and said, "Listen, you run the show.
Yeah, they had
You
to.
run the show. This is going to be your team. You're gonna like Parcells. You want to go to the supermarket and get the groceries, and you're gonna cook the meal.
Yeah.
So
Good analogy.
he's doing that. That's why they kept what's his name as the GM. Because he's just a puppet. I
Yeah.
mean, he's just yes sir, no sir, whatever you say, sir. And they just want to build that program now. Guys like the young kids that are coming up, and the free agents. Everything's got to happen, and it's like anything. Everybody's got to stay
They'll
healthy.
make an interesting exhibition season. When do they preseason start for the football? When do they
It's got
start?
to be
Pretty soon.
beginning of
Yeah.
August.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean
you'll start
we're
seeing
we're
it
right
in the
around the
post.
corner. Today
Yeah.
today is July 16th. Is today
Yep.
16th?
16
July 16, 2026.
coming up.
We are not even 6 weeks away. What am I saying? We're maybe 3 or 4 weeks away from preseason
Because
football.
that's when
I
you'll
mean,
really start talking. You'll see these young guys and injuries and maybe
yep,
some trades.
yep.
And then people get psyched for the NFL season coming up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Giants are the Giants should take a step forward. Now the Jets, on the other hand, jury's way still out, but the consensus from the fans and the experts is that Muji is doing a good job, and he's getting the right players, trading getting the good. They had a good draft. We'll see. And it's so funny too. I forgot who said this, but the Jets, you cannot get your hopes up with the Jets ever, because you should take the Jets as they are and just don't expect them to even do anything. And when they do something, it's nice. So you don't get,
Low
like when we were talking
expectations.
about how I go into the basement, like Bristol was saying, Joe Cap goes into the basement when the Jets, because the Jets are horror. I'm not going to get like that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. What I even said it. What are the Jets going to win 4 games this year? That's all. I'm still saying that.
Yeah. I mean,
Over under four
Z-Man's
games.
high on him. If
Yep.
Z-Man has car
G-Man,
trouble,
7 wins. What do you say? Seven?
yeah,
7 wins.
I think so. We'll have to go
All
to the
right.
archives. But
And
hey,
Gino, how long is Gino going to stay in New York? How long are they going to boo his ass? I'm telling you right now, Gino is digging his own effing grave already.
oh,
I mean, I don't know what's going on with these. I
bad
don't know if they were
decision making.
DWIs. Were they
Oh,
DWIs or
yeah.
whatever they were? And then this assault thing that I heard got dropped. I'm not sure. I think maybe. Who knows? But if Gino, and I'm ready to go with the kid from Clemson. What's his name? Kubiak? Not Kubiak. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Klubik.
Escapes me.
Well, we hopefully will remember his effing name,
Yeah.
because if he comes into the game, and we'll have to see, you know what I mean? But whatever, we'll see what happens. The Jets, I am not expecting anything. The Giants, on the other hand, get to the playoffs would be very big for them.
And the
It's
Cowboys
not
supposed to be
necessarily
improved. So it should be a good
well.
NFC East.
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean,
like
it's
the
NFC
Cowboys to
East
be
is tough.
competitive. Same with the Giants. I'd like to see them be competitive. Makes a
Yeah.
much more interesting season.
I mean, the NFC East, the Cowboys are always going to be a pain in the ass. Philly's always a pain in the ass. I mean, Washington's going to be a pain in the
Yeah,
ass. So right off the bat, now the Jets, granted, the Dolphins probably going to suck, but you still have New England. New England, they played out of their ass last year. I
they
don't care what
certainly did.
anybody says. They played out of their ass, and they get those 4 wins every year between the Jets and Miami. All right. Now Buffalo's going to be tough. Obviously, Buffalo's going to be I think Buffalo. I still think Buffalo's a better team than New England. Still, but they for some reason they just can't get. And who's their coach now? It's their offense coordinator in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy who
I wish I
is
knew.
from LSU. With I believe with he was the offense coordinator. Now he's a head coach. We'll
Joe,
see how that goes.
I'm a little parched. You know why? Because I don't have any hydrofi nearby.
Yes,
You
Hydro-Fi.
Hydrofy.
Yes, Hydro-Fi. This episode is brought to you by Hydro-Fi.
There it is. There it is.
Hydro-Fi is the world's first hydrogen-infused electrolyte, which helps the body combat
It
inflammation
does.
and support cellular health for people of all ages in a way traditional electrolyte drinks do not. Beyond hydration, Hydro-Fi is designed to support sustained energy, enhanced performance, faster recovery, and overall daily wellness. Benefits, we believe, are a great fit for people of all of our network and all ages. Use code OTC15 and take 15% off your first purchase.
I was
Yes,
hiking.
Hydro-Fi.
I've hiked every day we were here, my wife and I, at a steep mountaintop. We go up and look over Lake George, and every day I have my container filled of Hydrofy, and it
Hydro-Fi,
really is. I
absolutely.
enjoyed the taste, and it keeps you going. I love
And
it.
it keeps you going, and it is a great way to keep those not just electrolytes, all the good things that
Eliminate
you
leg
need.
cramps, which I get occasionally. I haven't had a leg cramp, and the heat.
There
We're
you go.
pushing 100 degrees when we were hiking, and
There
no
you go.
cramps because of
I
Hydrofy
have it.
does the job.
I have it every day.
Indeed.
So anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens with the NFL, and then they got all these other, you know. They had the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, and a couple guys that were even not on the list. Like, first of all, the number one quarterback. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's ridiculous to even say. I mean, a lot of people are saying, who's the best, quarterback, or who would you want on your team? Mahomes is the guy. End
Yeah.
story. I mean, I don't give a
Still the
shit.
man.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I'm wondering about Dak Prescott. I mean, he was the man, but boy, I worry
he's
about
in.
him. But I know Mahomes had rough injuries, pestering him a little bit, but he's still the
Yeah.
man. I'm hoping Dak is the man, but I'm wondering what's going to happen this season.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of, and
These
it's
guys
like,
are
it's
getting
just
older.
talk. It's just talk about, hey, let's talk about who's the best. And then so it's like, who gives a shit? To me, I want, now, you got to have a team around them. You got to have a defense.
Line.
You got to have receivers. And I think Kansas City will get that going, and they'll be tough again. But the AFC to me is you got to go through Kansas City pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I don't think New England is coming out again. You know what I mean?
Everything's
I
fell in
think
their
with
place. They had a lot
yeah.
of things going their way last season.
Yeah, and it just doesn't seem like they're really a team that you got to fear. I think they're very beatable. I mean, who are the other teams we're talking about? Like we said, Buffalo. Uh, Maybe the Bengals will be a little bit better.
Yeah, the Bengals
Maybe,
were competitive.
maybe
But
Jacksonville, but Jacksonville's another team. I mean, come on,
certainly not the
it
Panthers.
just well, yeah, I want to see the Panthers, and that's, I know Rich is like, forget it about the Pats. Rich Pacelli out there, who's a Panther season ticket holder for the last 30 years. But it's the NFC is, I think, a little bit more. There's a lot more better teams. You got the black and blue division with Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay. They're all tough. I mean, look, just go right down, and then you got the West. You got the
Yeah,
49ers and the Rams.
yeah, the Rams
So
are tough.
yeah, the NFC is much, much tougher. I mean, let's face it, it is. AFC, is there anything? I mean, none of the teams scare you in the AFC except for Kansas City, except for Mahomes. But
And Buffalo, if they're
and
healthy.
Buffalo maybe. And if you go into Buffalo, win in Buffalo, and even Denver going into Denver, but Denver doesn't really scare me, especially if you play them at home. So, listen. Do I think the Jets have a chance no? Do I think they make playoffs? No. Do they? If they look like a actual professional NFL team and actually show up and be competitive,
You'd be happy.
that's a plus. That's
Yeah.
a plus. Yeah. Now the Giants, on the other hand, it's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs. I mean, 9 wins might not get you there. You might need 10 wins. I mean, can the Giants win 10 games? Can they?
No.
I don't know.
Yep. But hey, that's what everybody's getting excited about. Everybody's looking for a competitive season. I'm
Yeah.
surrounded by Bills fans, some
Yeah.
Giants fans. I'm definitely a unicorn, though I'm not a diehard football fan like Jeff Bramelli and Jamie Blumberg, who are big
Yeah,
Cowboys.
right.
But
The Cowboy heads.
but
Yeah.
just like you, if the Cowboys are competitive, I'll get right back into it and I'll jump on that
Sure.
wagon. I
Why
love
not?
football.
Yeah.
Syracuse
I mean,
football, I'm
listen,
hoping that will do
it's
well this year. They've been kind of down, but we
up.
have season tickets regardless. We go to the games, so college
Yeah.
football could be back in a interest,
Yeah.
obviously.
Syracuse. Yeah. I mean, listen, we need Syracuse back on the map a little
Yeah, they
bit,
do. I think
especially.
that ACC is going to survive, but Eastern
Yeah.
football needs them to be competitive.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even like BC, Boston College, they got to come on, they got to get it together too. Let's go. I mean, we need a little bit Northeast in the BC,
Yes,
in the
exactly.
ACC, so it's definitely, something that we'd like to see. But I mean, I think that college football is in a good place actually, because with the NIL money, which our other sponsor,
Jordan
Jordan
Sports.
Sports Group. College football is in a good place. I think they're probably going to expand the tournament. Did they expand it already for
I
the
not
football tournament?
There's talk. I don't know if they actually voted on it, but
Yeah, I
most
mean,
likely they do.
I think they might do it and then bring in more of the big schools, more of the Big 12s and the Big Tens and those schools. So I don't think they're going to be. It doesn't make sense to bring in the smaller schools for it. They're just going to get slammed.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, they almost should have two levels of a
Yeah,
tournament,
I was just going to say
but I
that.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It is, but at least what I like about it now is that you'll see games during the season that like when Alabama doesn't have to play until the end of the year. A team like Ohio State or a
Yeah.
team like Michigan or whatever. Now you're starting to see these games conference games during the season, which is great because, and even the loser team doesn't really lose that much because if it's a good game and they lose by a touchdown, they're not going to lose much in the standings and
Yeah,
in the rankings. So, and what we get to see is during the season, a great game.
that's
Holy
a great
shit.
point.
Yeah, Alabama's playing Ohio State tonight. I'm fucking all over that game. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Indiana now. Indiana, holy shit. Can you imagine talking about Indiana for football? Indiana's playing, whatever. They're playing an ACC team. Clemson,
Clemson.
whatever. But at least it's something that you can watch that's exciting during the season for
Yeah.
college football because you got to wait until the end of the season and then until that whole deal and all the bowls and then they do the tournament.
Well, that type of thing
So
makes this podcast go around. I mean, think that people can
absolutely,
talk around the water cooler or the beer
yeah.
keg, and get
And
excited for. That's why
and
we
you
like
have
to.
teams that are going to retool every year, and it's kind of cool because, all right, granted, you'll have players playing four different teams in 4 years. Okay. But now they're changing that now. They will only let you do it for only change after 2 years, first 2 years. I
Yeah.
don't know. They're going to do something to kind of make it a little bit, reel it in a little bit. But for the fans, it's good. It's good. I
Well,
mean,
the
it
only
is
thing
what it
I
is.
hated as a fan is when your team like Syracuse makes a bowl game and those players are on the team, but then all of a sudden they disappear before the bowl game.
That's a good
I
point,
hated that.
Moses.
I hate it. That is a
Yes.
downfall. I support pretty much that. And how many seasons has it been since the NIL has been in functioning? Three or
That's good.
four?
Yeah, I'm going to say 3 or 4. Yeah, you're
I mean,
right, though. That is
they're
a,
still feel like figuring it out, and there's a
yeah,
lot of positives, but that is one negative that I leaves me with a bitter taste in my mouth as a fan.
no question.
Syracuse somehow gets a great team together. They go,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you see a totally different team playing against another team that's totally
Yeah.
different, and it's
Well,
a
I think
boring
it was
game.
that Florida State year that screwed everything up with that because
Yeah,
Florida State decided not to go or half the team or
yeah,
something. It was a disaster. So yeah, they got to figure something out with that. I mean, you listen, it is what it is, and the thing is, you got to have the players playing in these big games
yeah.
that are not sitting out because they want to get in the
You got
draft.
to have
It,
some
it
kind of
sucks.
control over that. And if
Yeah,
they can figure that out, it could make it a very interesting and expand that playoff and make a true championship would be a lot of fun.
yeah, I think so. All right, so what else
Well,
we got
well,
to
Z-Man
wind
wanted to
down?
talk about the basketball tournament, and I don't have
Yes.
a whole lot to say with other than Boeheim's, it's 200 the 2 million purse.
Is it 2 million?
Yeah. And that's
For
all
the
I
winner
know.
gets 2 million, the winning team.
Winner, yeah, winning team. So I mean, you divide that up with your 9 or 10 buddies that you put
It's
together, which
I think it's a great tournament for a lot of reasons. First of all, these are kids that played in big time college
yeah,
programs that didn't make the
familiar
NBA.
name.
Some of them are playing in Europe or whatever they're doing, and they get a chance A to show how good they are, B to make some money. Matter of fact, there was a kid from Manhattan College who played in that tournament. I remember my son telling me the guy was a senior when my son Thomas was a freshman, and he was in that tournament, and he played a little bit. Had a cup of coffee in the G League. Geez, I can't remember his name, but I got it. Maybe I'll have to ask Thomas next time to tell me what his name was. But he was playing, and it's good because you'll see local kids,
Oh yeah, well,
kids that
Syracuse team has a
yeah.
lot of them. That it's gonna be fun
Yeah,
to
and
see.
that's and it gets a little, and it's good basketball because these guys are playing their ass off, and it's not like they're playing for their lives basically. So, and that's what you want to see. I mean, and then just to change gears a little bit to the summer league, I was watching a little bit of the summer league, which is really very interesting too. Especially this year, you had Ablaze, that's what I call him, and you
Mhm.
have Anderson from Kansas, and you have these other. Who's the other dude from North Carolina? These kids are, the first 3 picks in the draft, and they're just showing what they got, and it's really cool. And then you
Okay.
have these other kind of first round picks, second round picks, and they're playing their ass off because they want to show what they got,
Oh,
and they
for
want
sure.
to, and it's actually pretty cool. And even the Knicks I mean, the Knicks didn't have such a great team, but they really don't have like for instance, I was watching the Hornets, and the Hornets have a couple of kids that are they're in their second year now. The kid from UConn. They have they have a couple other kids that were drafted last year, didn't get much time in the NBA, but now and then they were in the G League, and they're starting to look pretty good. And you're like, all right, maybe these guys can be bench players for the Hornets. And the Hornets are doing a lot of wheeling and dealing, and I like what I see. I like where they're going. I think even with the team, coming back and getting into the playing game was great. But let's hope the Hornets, become relevant because they're right down the street here, and
Yeah, it'd be a
I
lot of
like to
fun for
go
you
see
and
them play.
Rich.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to get Rich into the Hornets. He's totally Panthers, but I mean the Hornets. They've been terrible last few years, but except for last year, they actually look like. And there might be something this year. They might do something. And then obviously when Jim McKeever and we went to the game against the Knicks, in last year, which is awesome. So anytime the Hornets play the Knicks, I'm all over it. But I mean they could be something, and so we'll see what happens in the offseason. And all right, Moses, anything else you want to talk about
Well, we're
before
just
we head
gonna.
out?
I think we're gonna let the folks know that I think in August 5th through 10th, all the Oswego boys are going to be up in Oswego for a little bit of a reunion, and I think we're gonna have an off the chest podcast then, or at least
Yeah, we'll
record
have.
some antics and get some
Yes,
guest hosts and guest speakers.
yes.
That'll be something fun.
Yeah, similar to when we were in Florida at the Cinto soiree. And so we'll have some kind of fun stuff going on for that. And we're gonna have Moses going to be with his GoPro, and and show stuff that
The
we
Boys of Oz
knuckleheads do.
Rendezvous.
Yes, the Oz
Wee
Rendezvous.
wee.
Yes, and it's 40. Let me see. We're 42 years. Is it 42 years?
Yeah,
Is that what it is, right? It's 42
yeah,
fucking
hey,
years.
gray hair,
It's in
no hair.
1984. Now, granted, some guys graduated in 85,
Yeah, yeah. So a little
so
mix.
whatever. 40 plus years since we were in Oswego as students,
And I
which
think
is
a lot of guys they
insanity.
haven't been to campus since then,
I know.
or
That's
that's
crazy.
Oswego in general. So that could be a
Yeah.
very, it's changed in the better. I think there's some of the old places are no longer gone,
Yes.
but we'll
Yes.
have
Too
fun
many places.
regardless, and we'll have
Bucklands.
something to talk about for sure.
Yes. All right. So we will see you again in August. And then before you know it, we will be
Football.
rocking and rolling with Z-Man and his picks for football. Once football season starts, we will be rocking and rolling on OTC. Until we see you again, have a great summer from OTC.